because we only have a desire for those things. We have not put in the work to accomplish those things. And when you put in the work to accomplish those things, that so-called desire starts turning into a sincere expectation. How do you plan on making the money? Are you prepared? Do you believe in yourself? Do you have a strong work ethic? Are you able to work with others? Are you going to be coachable? Are you going to learn something about the business? Are you going to put in all the work necessary to be successful so that this dream now is something that I expect because I'm putting in paying all my dues to achieve? First of all, let's thank God for the blessing of a brand new day and the opportunity to once again enhance self. See, God could have made our whole lives one sunrise and one sunset, but He chose to break it down. So no matter how dark it has been, today we have been blessed with the light of another day. And today, guys, we're going to talk about something that I believe is destroying the fabric of the opportunity to be successful in this country and any other country. It's called when people fall in love with a sweet spot in life. A spot in life they should only experience from like 17 to 18 or right between getting out of high school and going to college. That sweet spot is called when you have the authority of an adult but the responsibilities of a child. Because when you give someone authority without responsibility and accountability, is it a recipe for disaster? You have to remember, guys, that we have to be focused and understand that our love for authority is natural. It's something that you're going to want. It's okay to want authority. But if you want that authority and you don't understand that it comes with responsibility and it comes with accountability, you're setting yourselves up for doing it. And I'll give you some examples. My son, he's 17 years old. He looked at me, Dad. He said, you know, I'm going everywhere with you, Dad. I'm hanging around with you every day, Dad. Now, I know I'm learning the business, but I want to move around my own, man. I'm getting older. I want to be able to move and shake and get around the city and all that. That's fine. And when I get this nice job, I'm about to get work with you, I want my own check to buy my own stuff. I said, son, that's fine. But when you get that check, no one will be taking 30% of that money. See? Because now that you have the authority to get up like a grown man and move around like a grown man, you have the responsibilities of being a young grown man. So you have to understand that authority, it comes with responsibility. How many of us watched the pandemic be a good thing? When right now, everything was going on crazy in the world, and everybody said, you know what, man, we need some help. We can't work, we can't leave our house, we can't do anything. And the government said, okay, no problem. We're gonna give all of y'all $600 a week. We're not even gonna give you $600 a week. We're gonna backdate that cheese all the way until when the pandemic started. You remember that? When everybody turned to Jay-Z overnight? And everybody had money for cars and clothes, and you can go to the ATM, and people was like, hey, what you want to go before me, dog? Ain't about nothing. Anything we do cash. They was talking heavy back then, right? Because that was a good thing, to give people the authority as an American citizen to tap into some of the taxes that we had paid all them years. But watch how it becomes a disaster when responsibility kicks in. When that pandemic money left, even companies the size of Walmart had a problem hiring employees because everybody was looking for the money now, and they were used to getting the money without having to do anything. They were being paid just for showing up, just for being alive. So now they was coming to work with bad attitudes. Now they was quitting for any reason. Now they felt like they was doing you a favor for coming to a job that they applied for. It was going crazy, so much so, now they gotta raise the price of everything to force everybody to go back to work. Because what happened was, everybody had the authority to get that card, to get that money, and to go tap that machine and live their life, but they did not have the responsibility to go out and earn it. And it was a recipe for disaster. Let's talk about 10 toes down in respect to all brothers who made mistakes and went through the prison system and came out standing tall as men. Hats off to those brothers. I wish them the best. I wish them much success. I have a lot of respect for people who went through that, like guys like Wallow. But I'll tell you something. When you come home from jail and you first come home, guess what? As soon as you touch down, you have the opportunity to run up on all your friends, everybody who love you, and you have the authority to ask for things and keep your head high. You have the authority to come in your woman's house and you ain't even really got to pay for nothing because she know he was in jail. It's a famous line used to say, you know I just came home. And when you just came home, you don't owe nothing. But you got the authority to be a part of everything. Everybody know they got to pay for you. Everybody know you don't own that. But then 4, 5, 6 months come around, and now people looking for the responsibility. Well, did you get a job yet? Did you pay for your own car yet? Are you ready to help out with these bills? And if you don't do it, here comes accountability. Now you came home like King Kong and you turned into Lois Lane in front of my face. She gets disrespectful with you now, right? Because now you had that authority, but after 4 to 6 months, you didn't produce anything. Now she's looking for accountability and responsibility. And what's so sad, some people are running from that responsibility and accountability so much, their game plan is to purposely get blocked back up for 6 months so they can come back again and say, I just came home. Don't act like you ain't seen it before. It's sad. It's a sickness. It's running from the truth. I'll give you another one. Husband and wife. In our religion, we get married. We don't do boyfriends and girlfriends. You talk to a brother, he'll tell you, that's right, it's my wife. You got to obey me. Right? But then at the end of the day, he come in, he want his rights, his sexual rights, his obedience rights. And then at the end of the month, when it's time to pay the bills, he starts talking about something. Here comes responsibility. Well, you know what? I've been watching how you've been moving lately. Maybe you just need me to release you in kindness, sister. Because he might be running from responsibility. And you don't want to get married at the masjid because now it's accountability. If you give anyone authority and do not have responsibility and accountability attached to it, again, it is a recipe for disaster. Same thing on the woman's side. She's quick to say, yeah, we married now. That's right, he paid for this and he paid for all this now. And she's smiling and happy and cooking. Until you tell her, babe, it's a little rough in the street. 3 people that got killed last night. I know you want to go to your aunt's house, but I don't want you traveling over there, so you can't go over there today. I can't. I'm a grown woman. So she wants that authority to his pocket, but don't want the responsibility of the respect that comes along with it. It's dangerous, guys. And if you have that in your life, you steadily seeking for authority of some kind, you steadily seeking for reward of some kind, but you're running from the responsibility and you're running from people knowing the accountability, then what the truth of the matter is, you are not ready for that authority at all. And you need to run the opposite direction. Got much respect to these young people that grow up in certain neighborhoods and they got certain signs. I see the sign. That's your neighborhood. This is your set, as they call it. I see the sign. I respect it. It's your set, but it's 150 houses on a block, and you don't own one yet. So where is your responsibility to really make the neighborhood better? Where's your accountability since you say you was born here and you've done something to make it better? Because are you only allowed with the fact that you grew up in this particular neighborhood and you got the authority to throw up the sign and the authority to represent, but you don't have the responsibility to make it better? It's sick. It's disease. So for those of us that believe in coming from the mud to the subs, and you want to win, and you want to grind, and you want to grow, you better grab that authority, but you better understand it comes with responsibility and accountability. That's my words, and I'm sticking to it.
Believe from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, and you're willing to put in the work to be the best at your craft, then the money will come. You don't got to worry about money. All you have to do is decide that you're going to put the work in, and you're going to learn what you need to learn to get what you need to get and accomplish what you need to accomplish, and the money will show up. When you have a monetized mindset, operate in a shallow energy where it's only just about making some money.